I took about 3 to 4 hard and long tokes of Salvia divinorum one night at my girlfriend's, and immediately I was catapulted into some strange room filled with people I did not like. I was in the room with her, she was supposed to watch me, but unfortunately this idiot took me to some party downstairs as soon as I was done smoking. Anyway, I felt very wrong. Incredible waves of strange feelings of alien anger overwhelmed me until I simply couldn't hold it back. I was trying to tell one person whose face rippled like a pool of water in the wind that he better give me my money he owes me or I was going to do something about it. He apparently did not understand what I was trying to say. My girlfriend, the bad sitter, told me that what came out was total gibberish. Anyway, he recognized my general tone and wasn't happy, and he basically told me to screw. I did not hear this because the rippling in his face became more violent as he got angry, and the rippling made a sound like some sort of deep vibrating instrument, like a cello or oboe. I interpreted his actions as hostile and people were gathering around. It looked like I was on display by a bunch of entities or gods with rippling faces. I felt small and my body sensation felt as if the mass or matter of my body was getting small. Time distortion was horrific. This may have been 1 minute but seemed longer. I turned to my girlfriend and tried to tell her to get me out of there, but she did not understand. She did not appear to be an entity like the rest who were still staring at and poking me to get my attention. I turned back around and the music in the room began to get louder. At this point the room seemed to get brighter as the music's loudness went up, and I couldn't handle it. I freaked. I turned around to hold out my hand to my girlfriend hoping she'd understand me and take me back upstairs, but she was gone. Then I got pushed. I fell down and slid under some table whose legs looked like an animal. I thought I was somewhere else, like a jungle. I wanted to get out from under this elephant's legs. I got up and realized it was a table. I saw a huge cake on the table with a large knife next to it that shined as if beckoning me to end this harassment. I turned to look at the crowd of entities. There were only 2 or 3 there, the rest went away, possibly no longer interested in the ruin of this party I was not invited to. The hostile entity came toward me quickly and his face turned from a ripple to a violent boil. I backed up and hit the table and my hand had something in it. Before I realized it, I was on the floor again and all the entities were back again with faces of fire. I was wet for some reason. I tried to speak to get someone to get me home, but it did not work. I got up and 2 entities held me against a wall. None of the other entities were staring at me anymore, but they were staring at a lump on the floor. The music was gone and room darkened. Many entities left. 2 blue entities appeared and held me down and were speaking strangeness to me. I nodded my head, no, several times. They seemed to understand that I did not. I started feeling the come down. It was abrupt. I went from incoherence to a deep, stoner-like high as I was being helped down a flight of stairs. When the front door opened, I saw blue and red flashing lights and began to feel confused again, but then I thought I figured it out. That they called the cops on me and I was being arrested for disturbing peace or something. It was not until I was at the police station that I found out that I had almost killed someone. The police seemed to generally gather that I had not realized or was even conscious of what I had done. They told me that they searched the party for illegal substances, but found none and asked me what I had taken to put me in this state. I told them that I simply drank 1 beer that was handed to me by a stranger and that within minutes lost all sense of reality. I began to cry at the horror that had come about and began to wish it was my girlfriend who I had just stabbed. I called an attorney and stuck to my story. Luckily everything was worked out and understood. My family helped me to cover damage and medical bills, but the victim admitted to the cops that we had money issues and that he did not take full caution or did not fully realize that I had been drugged against my will. Everything ended okay and the money issue was restructured, I owing him money. Chose you sitters wisely, folks, and if you cheat on your girlfriend, make sure she doesn't find out, in addition to not asking her to watch you during psychedelic episodes. But first, do not start a relationship with someone who, if things get bad, will be more evil than you.